All right, it's 2 p.m.
Oh my God, it's 2 p.m. Welcome to Living Room Theater, everybody. Should we have a theme song I should make a theme song. Hi, I'm your host, Sam Sommer, and today we are reading The Drowning of Natalie Wood by Jonathan Seniceros. With our cast here today, we have playing the role of Natalie Wood is Lindsay Shiner. Playing the role of Robert Wagner, or RJ, it's Alex Packard. Playing the role of Chris Walken, also known as Christopher Walken. Yes, that Christopher Walken. It's Mike Mankiewicz.
Oh, yeah.
And playing the role of Kevin Delaney is Mathian Lopez-Riendeau. Look at this. Look at this group. Aren't they awesome? And
I'm on a yacht.
I'm your host, Sam Sommer. We do shows every week. We do live readings. If this is your first time reading, thank you for watching. And please stay tuned for more. Next week, we were reading the show Bacon with a Side of Eggs by Max Coe. Right now, we are primarily, this is a free show to watch, but we do accept donations through a GoFundMe. But as for the month of June, this is actually our last week of doing it. We are donating to the Cleveland Protest Fund. So if you want to help us through that, the link to the bail fund for Protest Cleve is in the description right here. Just click on that and it'll take you right there. And without much further ado, let's just jump right into The Drowning of Natalie Wood. All right, just to set the scene for you, the stage is a unique cross-section of splendor. A 60-foot luxury motor yacht with appointments suggesting the early 1980s. The yacht's deck, stern, and interior salon is clearly visible, as is one of the smaller cabins. Off one side of the craft is the Zodiac dinghy, known as the Valiant. Act 1, Scene 1. On board the Splendor, the inspired Walken version. Music suggesting the early 1980s. The aft deck of the Splendor, a cold, overcast afternoon. Natalie Wood enters from the yacht's salon in sunglasses and a red parka, nervously drinking another glass of Pouilly-Fusé, I don't know alcohol. She looks at Walken, standing alone, framed by the sea. Thunder.
You were acting kind of strange last night, Chris. All through dinner. My foot dug in your crotch. You didn't feel a thing.
No, I did. I just didn't act on it.
Why not?
Because I'm sane.
Suddenly, Wagner appears from the flybridge atop the vessel. He stands beneath the isinglass barrier, a blurry shroud of imposing man. He unfastens one small corner of the movable covering and calls down.
Natalie!
Yes, darling.
I'm coming down.
Wagner climbs down to join them. He touches his wife very gently, as if constantly appraising her. Walken takes notice.
The storm is coming through. Let's cut out.
And head back to the mainland. RJ, I thought we talked about this.
Kevin thinks we should move the boat over to Two Harbors where it won't be so rough.
What's that noise?
Must be the dinghy knocking about. Kevin? Kevin? RJ, over. Might you secure the Valiant, please? Thank you.
Were you able to sleep last night?
Yeah, I slept great.
I wasn't able to sleep a wink. I went ashore and took a room.
You couldn't sleep because of the dinghy or your friend here.
Excuse me, what's that supposed to mean? Darling, be nice to Chris. He's doing such a lovely job on the picture. Come here. Come here.
She places her arms around her husband's neck and suddenly clings to him, drunk, until Wagner is forced to back off a little, sad, intimate.
Take it easy, baby. Take it easy.
Faint thunder, gradual to pronounced. Wagner kisses her, rather tenderly. Walken fixes himself another Bloody Mary. The yacht begins to sway.
It's a big boat you got here.
You like it, huh? It is big, isn't it? Twin diesel engines, that's rare. Industrial. It was a fishing boat before I bought it.
We call it a yacht, but it's more like a cabin cruiser. Like me.
30 minutes tops, RJ. The sea is calmer at the isthmus.
But I prefer Avalon. There's more to do. I want to show Chris around.
Hey, I'm easy.
You wanted to cruise? Let's cruise.
He eyes Natalie, drains his cocktail. Wood moves to where Kevin set up a wooden ice bucket of Huze, pours herself another glass.
I say let's go to Two Harbors. 30 minutes tops. It's quieter there. Less people. You can have margaritas at that place you like.
He moves to his wife, touches her gently.
You're stroking me, but I don't feel a thing. Not a goddamn thing. I ever tell you that?
Walken, sensing trouble, exits to the front of the yacht. Kevin exits as well, leaving RJ and Natalie without an audience, whereupon their vulnerability hardens to anger against each other. Gamelan music is heard. Act 1, Scene 2. Moments later, Splendor. On the bridge, Kevin maneuvers the yacht. His movements are brusque, concise. Walken watches him from the deck. Both men are a bit drunk. Thunder. A light rain.
I'm a friggin' Boy Scout on this cruise.
Kevin speaks calmly but forcefully. I'm sorry, let me just say. Hey, Mathian.
What's that?
I said I'm the friggin' Boy Scout on this cruise. I'm not trapped by this town. I'm still free.
Ocean sounds, gamelan music. Act 1, Scene 3. Two harbors, an hour later. A smaller resort harbor north of Avalon. Not much but a dock and desert beach, and a small casual dining place off. The Wagner Wood party remain on board Splendor, moored to a buoy. It's quiet. The sun peeks out here and there and then hides away for good. Walken is crouched down, pitching pennies against the hull. Wagner drinks scotch with a nervous elegance.
I asked Natalie to marry me out here at sea. This was aboard my other boat, the lady, where I got money, big money of my own. We sailed from Long Beach, no skipper, just tuna sandwiches, and I asked Natalie to marry me.
Suddenly, RJ hurls his glass against the hull where it shatters.
RJ, you're drunk, man. Ease up a bit.
Let's just put it to an end to it, huh? All the games, all the games.
I don't play games, man.
No, of course you don't. You're from the theater.
Wagner moves to fix himself a fresh glass from a nearby bottle and takes some refuge in the process. He's shamed a bit and stares out to the sea.
Yes, I am. From the theater. The New York theater.
Well, I'd hate to keep you here, Walken. You're not comfortable with A-list talent.
Hey, I'm not trapped by this town. You know, I can call a taxi or something.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, man.
What? They have a Holiday Inn or something.
No, they don't have a Holiday Inn, Walken. There's nothing out there but that one lousy restaurant and a campground and a clap. So what's your point? You trying to make an ass out of me?
Look, RJ, I don't know what your beef is, but ever since we left LA, I've been pissing you off somehow, and I'm not sure how.
May I be blunt, Chris? I don't like you.
Careful, guys. There's glass.
Look, this ain't my scene, okay? No hard feelings.
I am a witness to all of this. The only person in human history.
Did you break something?
It's nothing, Mrs. Wagner. Just a broken tumbler.
What am I walking in on? Hopefully not a gay orgy. Oh wait, that was last time, wasn't it? Darling, I'm joking. Why is everyone in such a foul mood? I want to have fun. Let's have fun.
Darling, there's been some talk of Chris going home.
You mean tonight?
I can't breathe, Natalie. I can't breathe out here. Your boat's beautiful and all, but look, we're right next to shore. I'll get a water taxi. They gotta have a plane or something.
You're kidding me, right? How fucking rude.
Natalie,
You're not leaving us. Chris, you just got here.
hey, come on. Listen, Natalie, let me just tell you something, okay? Let me just remind you. Babe, hey, listen to me. We talked about this in New York. Your love of the craft, I can help you with that. To stretch and grow you as an artist. But you're gonna have to.
To what?
Chill out, man. I'm not pointing fingers here. There are no bad guys in this room, but you're gonna have to chill out and not act so performative every 5 minutes.
Look, I think you've said enough.
RJ, let him talk.
4 bottles of wine, and we still can't speak the truth. What do you call that? 4 bottles, and
This isn't about wine, Chris.
no, it's not.
It's not about wine, then what's it about? I mean, what do you want to do? Fuck my wife?
Wagner takes the wine bottle and tries to smash it over the table.
RJ, no!
Let me remind you, she's the mother of my little girls. Girls who look up to her. Girls who need her. She's also the mother of me.
Look, man, I'm gonna split. This ain't my scene. I gotta go.
Go, Chris.
I'll talk to you Monday, Natalie. Take care of yourself.
The isinglass curtain rolls up, revealing Kevin eavesdropping on the flybridge.
So in your version, you're the first one to split. You're the hero. After filling the air with the talk of art and possibility, when you should have known how she'd react.
What the hell are you doing? You're not gonna walk out on me.
It's like I told you in New York, Natalie. I think you have it in you to be a truly fine actress. You just fuck it up too much.
Excuse me? Darling, I am a fine actress. Thank you very much. Stop judging me. Chris?
It was then that the dinghy began bumping against the hull. It would do this from time to time when the wind was rough and the line grew slack. I tied it tight, but it always got loose.
Listen, Chris. Let's be sensible. I don't want to leave you with the wrong impression. We're decent people. But I drink too much and I'm careless with my heart.
The sea is rough tonight. I wouldn't risk a departure of any kind. Quite frankly, I'm drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Relax. It's not an accusation, but I don't want you going anywhere in your current state. There might be photographers.
I'm sorry. I need a moment.
Act 1, Scene 4, Splendor, moments later. Alone on deck, an awkward silence between man and wife.
Do we have any cigarettes?
No.
Oh, darling, come on. It's not a real infatuation. It's just a small one. The regular kind.
Kevin eavesdrops from the flybridge.
Maybe he's the kind of guy you'd make a pass for too.
Oh, come on.
You know what I mean. Maybe on some level, your envy is really your passion.
No, it's not. And don't say that.
Chris is rather handsome, and he did win the award.
Darling, save it. You know it. You know I'm only bisexual and martini key.
Chris is going to help us, darling, in New York for the next chapter of my life. I know you don't like the idea, but what in the hell am I going to do if the movie fails?
You'll do the next one, and you'll do TV. You'll do TV.
But sweetheart, I'm not ready to commit to that schedule. I can't do a weekly series, not with you gone all day too. Maybe when the girls are older. Besides, you know, what kind of roles are we talking about here? I don't have the luxury of moving downward.
Betty Davis does TV. So does Jane Wyman.
But they're old.
Work is work.
Darling, I know. I've been working all my life, god damn it. I like TV, but I mean, it's crap, right? I'm still young enough, but they'll want me to play a faded star or a crazy woman or a whore. I'm serious. Where is the nuance when I am ready to deliver? Huh? I am at the peak of my potential, and there is nothing for me. They treat me like a star from a different time, and it hurts.
Who treats you like that? Who? No one. See, this is all from your analyst. You think too much. Get over yourself. Work is work.
Honey, after this movie is wrapped, after Brainstorm, after Christmas, let's take some time. Let's take the girls and, I don't know, go somewhere. Palm Springs, Carmel.
Baby, you know I'm working. I can't get away. You're not the only one with needs.
Darling, I know, but it seems like in town I've lost my footing. I still have the fans, but the styles have changed, and it frightens me.
Listen, bud. We're on the boat. Let's get away from this talk.
I know.
You're upset, Bug. You're upset. Let us break out. I have an American Express card and 3 days off, huh? I'm rich and handsome.
You are. Let's do it. Leave everyone and cut out, quick. But like so many dreams, it sounds better spoken than fully lived. And it's dark water tonight. No moon. It's nights like this when I'm reminded of that old gypsy woman, what she told my mother and me years ago.
That old Bruce.
Wagner moves to fix a cocktail.
I never took stock in the people your mother brought around.
Suddenly, there's a bumping against the hull of the vessel.
Sounds like my heart beating.
Where's Kevin? He's got to get that tide right.
Oh, RJ, make it stop.
You hear it too, huh?
Let's get that tide down.
Tie it so it can't have kids.
The damn swells, RJ. I've never seen the sea this angry.
Well, are you reaching out far enough? You really have to pull it in. Let me show you. There's a trick to it.
Is the coast clear?
Chris, I'm sorry. My God, we've been such terrible hosts.
Nah, it's me. I should apologize to you. I mean, I'm the guest here. I think I'm being kind of antisocial. I don't know. Maybe it's the weather.
No. We're the ones that need to apologize. We're not normally like this. Please know that.
Your husband doesn't like me.
Oh, he's just tired. He's been working like a dog. That's what it feels like to do a weekly series. They pay you well, but they work you like a fucking dog.
Well, then come to New York. Let's do a play together.
Oh my God, I would love that. I mean it. Actor to actor.
I'll call Joe Pat.
Don't tease me.
Hey, I never bullshit a bullshitter.
You know, I'm set to do a play in Los Angeles. We start rehearsals in January. I'm going to play Anastasia, the last Romanov daughter, the one who got away, the one who lived.
What did I miss?
Oh, nothing. We're just talking shop.
Oh, that old show business thing, eh? I might have some experience with that. My show's doing great, by the way. We got 28 share. That's more than Reagan's inaugural.
Chris wants to do a play with me.
Oh,
He doesn't want me to become like those women, the stars you only see at award shows.
well, who cares what Christopher Walken wants, right? Right, Chris?
Well, maybe it's what I want too. To grow, baby, to love.
I'm your husband. I'll tell you how to love. Everything you need, Natalie, is right here in me.
But I'm suffocating, baby. Suffocating.
Hey, folks, I'm gonna go lay down. What a great time this is. So cool, so tranquil. But I'm beat. Yeah, I'm beat.
Lights fall to a blue-black cast. Walken enters tiny stateroom, just a bunk bed with a blue striped wallpaper. He doesn't bother undressing. He just lies there, listening.
As a rule of thumb, I never get in the way of a man and a wife, but whatever they're going through, they have to figure out for themselves. They say they fought that night. I don't know. A drunken mess? No, I don't recall. I smoked a joint. No, I don't recall. We got back to the ship. I laid my head down. I fell asleep. I didn't hear a thing.
In the faded darkness and shadow, we see and hear what looks like RJ and Natalie arguing and then fighting in their stateroom, off. But it's hard to make out for sure. We stay on Walken before he eventually turns out his small cabin light. Splash. Someone enters the water. Nothing. Some muffled cries are heard, but nothing distinct. It's Walken's dream world version, impressionistic and subjective. He rises from bed as if from a dream and returns to the salon to witness this small scene. Walken observes, but says nothing, like a ghost. Enter Kevin in the salon. He's surprised to see Wagner there in darkness. Wagner looks sweaty, drunk, and distraught.
It's been half an hour. I can call the harbor patrol. Where is she?
What?
Sir, I've been telling you. Natalie. She's gone, man. I looked everywhere, even Walken's room. I thought she was here with you.
What are you saying to me right now?
RJ, Natalie is missing. Not even a crease on the bed. I think we should call someone. I thought she was here with you, sir.
Give me a moment. Perhaps she took the Valiant out to look at the stars. That's all she really cares about.
In her nightgown? Really? It's cold out.
And
cloudy
cloudy.
and horrible.
One phone call, your career is finished. Do you hear me, Walken?
RJ, you're drunk, man. Ease up. Ease up on her.
I don't even have to hit you, Walken. You'll fly back to New York City and you'll already be dead. One phone call. The people I know, you're toast.
Natalie is really not on board at all. We need to do something.
Make it stop. Make it stop. Go away.
End of Act 1. Once again, just to fill you in, this is Living Room Theater. We are reading The Drowning of Natalie Wood by Jonathan Senesiros. And now this is Act 2. Act 2, Scene 1. Splendor, the inspired Wagner version. The same tragic day starts over again. In the salon, Walken tips a bottle of champagne to refill Wood's glass.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's a production romance or something far more serious. Either way, Natalie is being emotionally unfaithful.
Wagner is now easily 40 pounds heavier than he appears in the other acts, and is accessorized in turquoise jewelry and ever-present neckerchief.
The weather was tough, true, but had my heart set on sailing. I was the only thing that Natalie and I can do that's really our own. Here she's pulling away from me, even before the sail. I'm busy with work. Everything is so fast and chaotic. Our typical week is hardly that. My popularity is at an all-time high. It feels good, but maybe it threatens her. I want to say I've been that guy 1,000 times. Why can't it be me for once who brings home a little of the glory?
Soft thunder.
Natalie! Natalie Wood!
Yes.
A word, my darling.
Why are you shouting? What do you want?
A word, my darling.
About?
Come here. I'll tell you. Come here to me.
What is it? What do you want?
I think we should sail over to Two Harbors. You wanted a cruise? So let's cruise. You can have margaritas at that place you like.
I don't know if Chris wants to go out that far.
It's gotten into you, huh?
What do you mean?
I'm coming down there. Stay there.
Don't you start with me again. Not when we have guests.
You have one guest, and he's yours.
What are you doing? I'm fine.
Darling, you're not fine. You're drunk. Ease up a bit.
Oh, is this you talking? I know this may come as something of a shock, but I've never felt better in my life.
Because of him. Because of Walken.
I'm not going to dignify that with an answer.
She returns to the salon to where she's left her needlepoint and Chris. Wagner watches her go. Act 2, Scene 2. Splendor, moments later. Up on the flybridge, a surprisingly robust and masculine Kevin fires up the engines with the touch of a button. Distant thunder. A flash of lightning underscore the brute weather. RJ moves to retrieve the camera from his statement and returns to repeatedly take photographs of Kevin as he works, the camera flash strobing. It's awkward and strange.
Storm's moving in.
I can see that.
What are you doing?
Celebrating you.
Kevin poses some. Ocean sounds. Gamelin. Act 2, Scene 3. Splendor at Two Harbors. In the cozy salon, Wood and Walken are seated intertwined like lovers, casually drinking champagne. Wagner stands before them eating a box of Cheez-Its. Outdoors, the storm picks up strength and slowly rocks the vessel.
Let's face it, baby. It's a science fiction picture. That's what we're doing. Forget about character work. It's special effects. Sci-fi.
It's sci-fi, but I'm no Chewbacca. I'm an actress. I need to act.
So don't show up on Monday. Fuck it.
Fuck it. I like.
Trumbull's great as special effects, but he doesn't know shit about actors. Directing actors.
Now you're talking about something I care about.
If only he knew how to light me. In the dailies, I look so warm.
Are you kidding me? You look fantastic. Just keep doing what you're doing, Natalie. Fuck it. Fuck him.
Oh, baby. How I'd like to let you know this business. It's been good to me. Don't want to rock the boat. And here I say that, and I'm on a boat that's actually rocking. Though sometimes I ask myself, am I doing what I want to be doing with my career? Or am I just doing what I'm told? You know, like the Grand Inquisitor, you know?
I get it. I love it.
That's deep.
Darling, where's your glass?
Somewhere. Oh, never mind. I'll stick to this Bloody Mary before we go to dinner.
Well, I guess it's rather pointless to be worrying about career matters. Work is work. I mean, I'm happy to have it. But at some point, I'd like to act, you know? I'd like to return to the art of acting.
Isn't that what you're doing now?
Oh, God, please. I'm not acting. I'm playing his wife. I'm supposed to be a scientist, but they have me fluffing pillows, basically. I enter later in most scenes and act emphatic about my husband. Meanwhile, Cliff and Louise are sucking whatever lifeblood they can, making all these choices matter, and I'm left like a walk-on, watching everybody act. It's pathetic.
No, you don't look pathetic doing it.
Well, I thank you for that.
It's just a movie at the end of the day.
Darling, don't say that. That always spells trouble. I need to stick to my heart choices. I realize that. I do. Now that the parts are getting harder to come by.
Here we go again. Darling, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Can't you realize that?
I'm asking two men what to do with my life. You guys don't know.
Natalie, I have some vague idea.
My philosophy has always been keep moving, keep moving.
Keep moving and grooving.
That's right. That's why theater interests me. I need to earn my chops like Jerry Page. I can tell you, I confess, it's been harder to feel the magic that used to flow so easily through these veins.
She looked so beautiful that night.
I don't want to live in the past. A job's a job, work is work. I know that.
She took my breath away.
But I need to grow. I don't need quality. I need, listen to me. All the things I need. Listen to me stagnate.
Darling, you've got a good role coming up at the Mason. Nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah. I just hope the theater treats me with some human decency and human kindness.
As long as you make the matinees, they're pretty forgiving.
I always wanted to live in New York. Not at the Pierre or the Sherry, but someplace normal, like in Mean Streets or Serpico.
You guys got to get out of Beverly Hills and see more of the world. See more how things really are.
Pours Woods more champagne, which she gladly accepts. RJ notices this.
I think you have it the other way around. You live in Beverly Hills so the world can come to us.
Oh, come on. You don't really believe that.
How do you know what I believe?
RJ, you're a cultured man. You've got the ascot, you know? But you know how most people live. Hunkered down, man, in their mud huts and squalor.
And we should be looking for that. Please.
I'd like to. At least a taste of it. A bit of it. The real world.
Look, you guys are basically self-made. I mean, we all are. Let's not cop a pose here.
What the hell are you talking about?
If Natalie wants to go to New York, or whatever for that matter, respect that, man.
What is this? The counseling cruise?
Guys.
Artist to artist. Forget that she's your wife.
Forget that she's my wife? Whoa.
RJ, all I'm saying is Natalie's an actress, man. Okay, not just a movie star. She needs to know what it's like to act, not just pose.
Well, darling, I wouldn't just call it posing.
Okay, let's call it masturbating. You've been masturbating for 40 years.
You're drunk.
You've both been masturbating, as far as I'm concerned.
Listen, Walken, you have a lot of balls coming in here with that, and frankly, you're out of line.
Walken backs off a bit, sulks. Kevin appears and crosses by with a fresh bottle of wine.
RJ, go easy on Chris. He can help us in New York.
RJ rises from the table and moves to the deck. He's so drunk he has to use the walls to help him negotiate the stairs.
Excuse me.
Oh, darling, come on. Where are you going?
I'm going for a rake for all the shit in here.
Wagner staggers onto deck, kicking over a deck chair.
Why can't we talk about things? Darling!
Wagner smashes more things, wine glasses, a bottle. Kevin holds him back.
God damn it, RJ!
I don't remember any of this. Maybe because it never happened. This is what people think I did. This is what people imagine. Well, fuck them.
Walken rises to intervene, but Wood motions for him to sit. On deck, RJ has begun weeping. Natalie follows him on deck, hugs herself from the cold.
It's him or me, baby. Him or me.
Meanwhile, Walken pours more champagne. The sound of the bubbles are magnifying as they hit the glass, as if the entire sea is being poured for Wood and Walken to consume and enjoy.
Your choice. Your move.
Ocean sounds, Gamlin. Act 2, Scene 4, Splendor, later, night. The yacht moves, sways, the storm life increases. Wood has lit some candles. In the salon, she plays footsie with Walken under the table. She slouched a bit and digs her foot playfully into his groin.
You're brave to be joining us, Chris. Everyone else said no. Let's face it, this ain't Montego Bay.
Let's go there. We can sail south and follow the sun. Keep going till we hit Peru.
I've never been to Peru. I'd like that. And I speak a little Spanish.
Yeah, from Warner Brothers. I know you're Spanish.
Up in the flybridge, RJ and Kevin are securing the craft against the storm.
You like his movies?
Oh,
The guy down there.
I've seen him in a couple of things. I don't know. He's all right.
But you know who he is.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, Kevin, come here a minute. What's his problem, huh? Grumpy Gus.
Her eyes were dilated, like martini olives. He says he wants the boat buttoned up real tight. Excuse me.
Where are you going?
Nowhere, just stretching.
I know. It's pretty tight quarters in here. We call it a yacht, but really it's just a cabin cruiser. And so am I.
Natalie, we're gonna have to stop our beverage service for a little while, just until we move the boat.
I can tell you were a child actor, Chris, just by the way you move your body.
Excuse me, Natalie?
You understand me. You know what it's like.
I like to do what now?
I look at you and I see myself. You've had other people live vicariously through you, and you put dinner on the table. You felt that pressure before, haven't you, Chris? All that weight.
I can think back to a few years, yeah, but no one ever laid that on me.
Laid what?
Oh, we're just talking, actor to actor.
Well, I'm glad I got here in time.
Oh, RJ, don't be so silly. From an early age, I realized I had the admirers, the first wave, the older men, older women too, you know. Grown-ups saw potential in me. I'm not telling this well.
I get it. People saw vibrant and magical in you.
I know my mother did.
But she wanted to make you her own. And her career, her own, right?
Natalie's family they're immigrants. They work very hard.
Yeah, so I'm told. That must be true because they sure put me to work. They moved in with their talons and they plucked.
What did they pluck?
I like your mother. I think I do.
My mother was a stage mother par excellence. She named me Natalie Wood. She was the one.
Well,
She used to dress me up and to take me around to meet all the guys who run this town, who still run this town.
who did?
My mother did. That's who. She was desperate for my success. Lana's too.
You know what I bought my parents my first TV check? Andreons.
My parents were very supportive of my career.
One day, she drives me up to Trousdale, up to Frank's house. I'll wait here, she said, for 4:30 in the afternoon. Me in my little black cardinal dress, leather pumps. I was what, 15? Jesus Christ.
I heard that about you.
What did you hear?
I heard you gave it up for a couple of movie guys.
Excuse me?
A couple? Honey, dozens. Oh, what am I saying right now? I'm tipsy. This is not what I wanted to say.
I'm happy saying nothing.
We're happy just looking at you.
Really? Do you mean that?
I do. As a friend, sure I do.
And darling, you as well.
My Natalie, you know how I feel about you. You're my moon and stars.
Aw, come here. Come nestle in.
You can't. You're too fat.
Aw. When you're a little girl, the affections of an older man can be so marvelous. I know it's awkward, but I felt protected. I felt loved. A child of the system, of the code. I knew I was a movie star. I knew it.
The code of silence.
Yes, that too, especially. Maybe that's why I'm so hard on RJ. Everyone loves you, RJ, the whole goddamn town. RJ makes this whole town seem plausible.
Do I?
Of course you do. Of course.
Evan is seen eavesdropping.
This is a scene that never really happened, but could have happened nonetheless. I did like it when they all talked shop. 3 accomplished performers, sharing their battle wounds. I felt privileged to be among them.
But you, Chris, you come from a different place. And I want to know more about this place. I want to hear about New York. I want to hear more about Strasbourg and Greenwich Village. I want to spend more time around theater people. Does that sound pretentious?
Yeah, kinda it does. But hey, I'd like to see you riding the subway to your umpteenth audition, coming home to a cold water flat with jazz in your ears, your belly so full of barley stew.
Sounds so glamorous.
Lee told me. Lee once said, the worst thing you can do, Chris, is to fake an emotion.
Oh God, I fake emotions all the time. I even fake orgasms.
You should come to New York. You won't be faking orgasms for long.
Darling.
Bongos, all night long, man. You ever hang out at Brownstone stark naked with a big old jug of Spanish wine?
No, but I've skinny dipped with Johnny Mathis once.
Not the same, babe. Not the same.
I want a cigarette. Something about watching you.
He moves closer to her, wiggles a bit, keeps a cigarette and places one in her lips.
You stink.
Oh, yeah?
I like it.
He leans in and kisses her, then he moves away.
You hear that music? They're partying on that smaller boat. I saw them earlier. Let's swim over and freak them out.
Yeah, right. It's freezing. Aren't you cold?
Nah, you? This ain't cold. This is drizzly. New York is cold. This is moist.
They're quiet for a moment. RJ watches this from outside, looking in.
Natalie, what are you doing, huh? What are we doing? What the hell are we doing?
You know what we're doing. Chris.
Shh. Put your hands up like this, over your head. Now sway your hips. This is what Bob Foss taught me. He said, don't worry, kid. No one will think you're queer.
Easy, baby. Easy.
They dance to the music of the other craft. Walken eventually takes Wood into his arms.
I'm suffocating, Chris. Suffocating.
Natalie!
Thunder.
Natalie!
Lightning.
Bug! Natalie Wood!
Yes?
A moment, please.
You mean right now, darling?
Yes, darling, right now. A moment is right now. Darling, what is going on with you? How much have you had to drink today?
A glass of wine, some champagne, a couple of quaaludes. You?
I don't like the way he looks at you. I'm gonna turn the ship around and head back to the mainland.
You mean leave?
Bug, let's face it, he's trouble. Mr. Fucking Wonderful, award-winning bullshitter.
You know, I've had it with this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We can't go anywhere anymore without you making up stories.
She guides Wagner so they can speak in confidence, but the boat is still confined.
I don't want Chris to leave, and I don't want us to leave either. I don't care if it's raining. We're having a perfectly fine weekend where I'm If anyone's going to leave, it's going to be me, okay? Or how about this? How about this? I'll go to bed. Is that what you want? I'll go to bed and the two of you can stay.
Darling, how did things get so bad? All the accusations, all the tension.
RJ, Chris and I are friends, all right? We're working on a very complicated film together. Jesus Christ, he's my friend!
And when she went down, how would I know if it would be for the last time?
Act 2, Scene 5, Splendor later. Walken and Wagner sit in the parlor, a bottle of scotch between them. The men continue their staring contest. The rest of the vessel is dark.
Let's cut the crap. My wife's not well, and I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lead her on.
Well,
Let me just finish. Chris, let me finish. Natalie gets messy with the vodka and the white wine, but I can't blame alcohol anymore. It's beyond that now. She's been seeing things, hallucinations.
Well, I mean, since you brought it up, on the set out in Rayleigh Durham, she was saying there was a giant net, like a crab net, hovering above the hotel, just waiting to come down and nab her. She ever tell you that?
I love her, Chris, and I'm worried about her. You know, it's fun to play around and play act. It's fun to do what we do, but you have to understand. A, it's a business, and B, people get hurt. Some people will do anything to get ahead in this town. Don't be one of them, Chris.
RJ, I'm not trying to get ahead in this town. I'm trying to get the hell out.
Yeah, everyone says that. But let's face it, the money's too good. And unlike most people, you've got nothing to fall back on. No honest skills, no trade.
I have a trade. I'm an actor. I'm a trained actor.
Listen, I used to be like you. In the 50s, in the movies, I was an actor with ideas. And I tried my damnedest to make it work. But the films wouldn't have me. Good ones, anyway. So I went to Italy and made a few pictures over there, and I suffered a bit, not knowing my next move. Meanwhile, statewide, Natalie was page one news, moving about town with Warren Beatty. Now let me tell you something, Chris. I don't like Warren Beatty. I don't like him personally, and I don't like what he stands for. That liberal, smug, elite side of things. I was raised with a sense of tradition, where a handshake sealed the deal, and men honored their word. Acting was more about learning your lines and showing up on time, and not 3 hours late with a couple of Vietnamese girls. The biggest myth about this town is that it's a liberal town. It's not.
I like Warren Beatty. I got no beef with Beatty.
Tracy, Bogart, they didn't buy into that method shit. They just did their job. And I'm the same way. And so is Natalie. You're just confusing her is all.
No, I'm confusing her.
Yes, you are. What Natalie needs to know, she's already mastered.
I'm sorry if that's how you see our profession. And I'm sorry for Natalie too.
Still, Walken can't help but to look out to the other party across the bay. The livelier sounds, the potentially more famous people.
Wow, man, they're really having a ball over there on the larger yacht.
Not happy here, Walken?
Not really. No.
You weren't our first choice, I'll tell you that.
And to think, I could have been partying with Bernadette Peters.
Walken moves to his cabin. He's still agile on his feet despite the booze. RJ remains in the parlor, staring after him. After a long moment, Kevin enters.
I can't sleep. You? You want to play Taboo?
Sure. I'll play Taboo with you.
Wagner rises and follows the young captain into his stateroom. Bump, bump, bump. Wood enters in her nightgown.
RJ? Kev? Goddamn men.
She dons her red parka, moves to the side of the yacht where she feels her way to the dinghy, begins retying the tow line, only she slips and falls off the vessel and into the sea where she flails and drowns. Then, after a long moment, a ghostly Wood climbs back onto deck from the sea.
Only it didn't happen like that. I didn't accidentally slip after a long night of drinking. To be honest, I don't know what happened that night. I mean to say, Natalie Wood doesn't know. But Natasha Zakharenko, she might offer a clue.
Ocean Sounds, Gamlin. End of Act 2. Once again, you are watching Living Room Theater. This is The Drowning of Natalie Wood by Jonathan Siniceros. Act 3. Act 3, Scene 1, Splendor. The inspired Wood version. The morning begins again, back at Avalon Harbor in the Catalina. RJ faces Walken in a kind of standoff on deck.
You work out.
A little, yeah. But only for the pictures. I don't care about shit like that.
The dinghy is heard approaching the yacht.
Here they come.
Hey, look, RJ, I don't want to get in the way of anything.
Nonsense. Of course not. I don't mind Natalie. Shopping cools her off.
The dinghy arrives and Kevin assists Natalie in boarding the yacht. It's like out of the opening scene of Fantasy Island. Natalie is dressed inexplicably for a summer ladies' lunch in Beverly Hills. She moves to kiss RJ gently on the cheek, lips almost touch skin. Kevin appears behind her carrying several purchases from shore, tourist fare and bright colored bags and paper, plus a small overnight bag that both of them shared during their abrupt night on shore at a hotel. He moves inside.
Hi.
Hello. And how was your evening in shore?
Oh, it was lovely. Yours?
Lovely as well.
Hi, Chris. I bought you something. It's in the bag. I'll show it to you later.
You didn't have to do that.
I didn't have to. I wanted to. I want to leave you with something memorable. It's only a t-shirt, but it's a funny one. Reminds me of you. Darling, I need to change, but I want to talk to you.
Okay.
Let's step inside. Chris, won't you excuse us?
Wagner follows her inside the stateroom. Walken takes the cue to move toward the bow, disappearing briefly from view.
So,
I realize we had some words last night, and in general, you've been rather hostile.
hostile.
You absolutely hate it that Chris and I are working together. To be honest, I don't think it's fair, that this hostile competition.
Competition? When have I ever said that? Natalie, I'm over the moon. You're working again.
Don't patronize me.
How is that patronizing?
Listen, I don't want to fight. Let's agree not to argue or fight.
Of course.
I know it's hard for you to see me with another man, but darling, I could say the same thing. You know what I mean.
I don't.
This ridiculous jealousy, the envy we actors have toward each other. Let's not do that. RJ, please, I need to know that you have my back.
I do.
Then believe in me. Believe in me. This picture is difficult. It's not working out like the others. And Chris is helping me. He's helping us. But then I see you scowling and being distant and throwing him daggers with your eyes. It really hurts me because I don't know what to do with that.
Natalie, I've only wanted your best love, your best work, your best intentions. You can't fault a man for feeling a little possessive towards his wife. I mean, look at my wife. I'm married to Natalie Wood, for crying out loud. As your husband, I'm allowed to be thrilled. I'm also allowed to protect you. I like Chris. I like him enough, but I'm not sure he knows you. I think he sees the star and nothing else.
Oh, come on. He's from the theater. He understands me. He sees me. See, like that. That look. That's what I'm talking about. This whole cruise. It's like you have a camera right here and they're shooting a reaction shot. Darling, that's your reaction shot. Now, I'm going to make us a nice breakfast, and I think we can salvage a weekend out of this shitty weather and rough seas.
So you're not leaving?
Not unless you want me to.
Never. Though I'd rather not move the yacht over to the isthmus, 2 harbors. It'll be calmer there.
Okay.
We can have margaritas at that place you like.
Darling, are you sure we can't stay here?
The sea is rough, and I don't like the way they treat us here. To be honest with you, there are too many people with cameras. I want that weekend feeling. I want you. I want us.
I got photographed on shore, shopping for Christmas things. Everyone seemed real nice. I picked up some mood rings. Look, for the girls. Stick your finger out.
What's this?
Give me your pinky. I want to test your mood.
Natalie, I don't want my mood tested.
Come on, it's therapeutic.
She takes one of the mood rings from the package and places it on RJ's finger. And suddenly, she is happy again. And she opens the doors to the back deck as if to usher her new promise.
If it turns amber, that means you're pensive. That's what I've been getting. The girl in the store showed me. If it turns aquamarine or blue, that's good. That means you're loose.
Loose where?
Chris, you want to have your mood tested?
My what?
I bought some mood rings. Here, want to try?
Oh, I don't know. I might break the thing. I might set it on fire.
Whoa. That's just a chance we'll have to take.
Wagner is annoyed as Natalie slips a ring onto Chris's finger, only Chris catches this and moves his hand away.
What are you doing?
I'm surprised they still sell those things.
Come on, Chris. Give me your hand.
Nah.
Chris.
I think my mood is changing even without the ring.
Stop it, Natalie. You're spilling my drink. Hey.
He laughs as she lunges for him.
Natalie, darling, I think my mood is changing. It's changing toward amber.
Oh, let me see. Oh, honey, you need a manicure. Your hands look old.
What are you talking about? I just had the works. Cost me $50.
When I entered, they were all trying on jewelry, which I thought was odd. They hadn't done that before, at least not in front of me. And these stones were freaking huge. Expensive, no doubt.
Who's ready for some huevos rancheros?
Me.
Boss, can I speak with you for a moment?
What's up?
Been a coastal advisory.
And
If we want to move the boat, I think we should do it soon.
circle east side over to 2 harbors.
That sounds about right.
Aye, aye.
You know, it's getting so RJ and I can pretty much handle the boat ourselves. I bet we could sail all the way down to Peru if we wanted.
I hear 8-foot swells.
You can handle it. Can you handle 8?
What about you and your wife, Chris? What do you guys like to do on the weekend?
Oh, we like to ride bicycles and fuck.
That boy.
We'll pull anchor and head over to 2 harbors.
You can have margaritas at the place we like.
I better change. If someone poured me a mimosa, I wouldn't refuse.
She exits. Kevin follows to move the boat. A sudden silence between Wagner and Walken.
So, So, is this Redondo Beach?
Redondo Beach? No, this is Catalina Island. Redondo Beach is back at the mainland near the airport, 20-odd miles.
Oh,
I need to piss.
Careful, there's glass. If you guys need plastic cups, we've got them.
you ever do any acting, Kevin?
What's that?
You ever acted in a movie or a play?
Me? No. Why?
You're doing a pretty good job right now.
Suddenly, below deck, an argument is heard, husband and wife.
What do you mean by that? You think I got leading looks?
Only Walken is now listening to the argument off. Kevin notices this.
What's with those two?
I'm not opening that door.
I ain't knocking, believe me. You think it's me?
They're all bent out of shape about something.
Yeah, but you think it's me.
Mr. Walken, I told you, the less you know about these two, they'll fight, and then they'll kiss, and then it's something in between them.
They're always like this?
One more, Mr. Walken?
Nah, I'm good.
Kevin exits. Suddenly, Natalie appears on the flybridge, rolling up the isinglass rain wall.
Hey, Walken, stop looking so goddamn sexy.
Hey. Caw-caw!
Caw.
Caw-caw!
Caw.
Hey,
What?
get real with me. Will you do that? I gotta tell you this, artist to artist, you've been acting a little weird, saying things and kind of throwing yourself at me.
Baby, don't take it personal.
But you know, we're not together.
How dare you say that? Especially when you know the situation.
See, right there, that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about.
Keep your voice down, for Christ's sakes.
Bug? Bug!
The last thing I want is for him to find out. My God, he would kill us. He really would.
Natalie, are you okay to cook while we move to the boat?
You know I am. We have to be very discreet about this.
About what? About what? For crying out loud.
Please don't make me repeat it. I just want to live and feel. I don't want to think.
She exits after playfully grabbing Walken's crotch. Act 3, Scene 3, Splendor, later. In the cockpit, Kevin maneuvers the yacht. He fires the pair of 8-cylinder diesel engines, one at a time, while Natalie looks on, introspective.
You know, Kevin, somewhere in the distant reaches of the galaxy, my life is starting to make sense. I think in 1981, I'm getting very good at being me. But my God, you know what just happened? When I got home from the set, Natasha,
What did she do?
she had the cruelest expression on her face when I came home from Relay Durham on the weekend turnaround. I had just walked through the door and she asks, "Who are you?" "You're not my mommy." Joking, of course, but still from the top of the stairs. It hurt so bad, Kevin. It really hurt me. What a homecoming. Pausing for drama and turning her little back on me as if on cue, as if she was trained. My God, trained. Though by whom? By me, no doubt. Trained by me.
Ocean Sounds, Gamelin. Act 3, Scene 4, 2 harbors, later. The sea is calmer here, only the wind continues to blow. Wood appears on deck and looks at Chris standing in the afternoon silence.
I'm going ashore. You want to come? I'm afraid of the sea.
Is that why you asked me?
Maybe.
What about the others?
We'll even know.
They got a cantina on this island?
They sure as hell do. Come on. It'll be fun. Chris, what is it going to take? I'm serious. Do I have to kiss you? Must I kneel at your feet?
She kneels at Walken's feet.
Yeah, don't do that.
And I'll make it good. I'll tell him the truth.
Oh, come on, baby. Stand up. Get up.
Why do you think the heart acts the way it does? Why am I so attracted to you? And how do I love my husband still? How am I a good mother, an actress, and a star?
You think too much. Art is about feel. Art is about touch.
That's right. That's right. I want to feel something I've already touched.
Natalie, we've had a couple of laughs, but that's it. We'll finish the picture and oh, come on, don't cry. No tears. It's gonna be fine.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Just go back to your husband and forget about this.
How can you say that, Chris, when my life has changed forever?
God, stop acting. Stop acting.
Oh, I can't. Chris, please don't tease me. Please consider my feelings. There's a real person inside of me, and
And what?
I want to know her. I mean, you helped. You helped me find her, Chris, with your yoga moves, but
What's your real name? What's your God-given name?
Natasha Zakharenko.
Zakharenko, huh? What is that? Russian?
Yes.
My real name is Ronald. They used to call me Ronnie.
Who did?
My whole fucking family and my first 3 girlfriends.
Suddenly, a baby is heard crying in the distance.
What's that? You hear that?
What?
A baby is crying. You hear it? I could have sworn I heard a baby crying.
Wood watches as Walken moves about the yacht, a handsome specter in the wind and rain. They listen for a moment and hear nothing.
I don't hear it now.
Natalie, you gotta be careful to balance things. Personally, I give my all to my career. No kids, no fuss. But that's my choice. I'm not confused the way you are.
You know how I still call my mother every night? How I can be a mother and a star? I used to ask my mother's advice every day on the phone. Every day I'd call her. I still do, but it's different now. She turns to me for comfort, for advice, for approval. I like it, but it makes me lonely.
What about RJ? How does he make you feel?
Let's just say I'm rather restless these days.
But you and me, we're work friends, all right? Let's not complicate that. Let's not muck it up.
God, you're so handsome right now. In this light, this perfect wind, your face, this moment.
Mutual admiration doesn't always lead to the sack, and if it does, it's usually fleeting. Affection like that, like ours, is a one-night stand.
But it doesn't have to be. I have money. I have options.
You have a family and a husband. Wake up.
I know. I know. Look at me. Look what I've become. Dressed for August in the winter months, clinging to a man's shoulder to steady my feet. Who is this person?
Maybe it's time you went someplace, like a clinic or hospital or something with air conditioning.
You're making fun of me. I can't go to rehab because I hate labels. That's a joke. It's silly to even talk about it. Let's not discuss it. It's not sunny enough for sunglasses. Also, it's night. Almost night. What am I doing? On this side of the island, there are no paparazzi here. No one cares much who you are, as long as you're friendly. Are you friendly, Chris?
I don't know.
I think you are. Let's find out.
Natalie,
Come on. Let's go ashore and get drunk and feel the love of strangers and all that.
Act 3, Scene 5. Splendor, a few hours later, night. The outboard motor of the dinghy is heard, cutting through fog, rain, and darkness. Its headlamp catches the side of the yacht, illuminating the splendor. like a Hollywood premiere. The drunken foursome boards the yacht and retire to the salon, all except Kevin, who busies himself with roping the dinghy to the stern.
But what if this person, this Natasha, what if she's too real for me? What if I don't like her? I mean, what if after it's all said and done, the vision I have for myself is, well, just a crock of shit?
So change the persona, Natalie. What's the big deal?
Natalie Wood has a lot of fans. I'm not sure I'd risk a big change. That might be too bold and self-conscious.
Suddenly, the sweet chords of the Russian balalaki are heard in the place of the harsh wind.
Shh. Do you hear that? The balalaki. My father is nearby, in the wind.
She moves to the darkness, nearly falling overboard before RJ catches her arm.
Hey there. Just hold on.
You'll see. Whatever happens with this picture, I'll survive it. I'll get it back. The immediacy, the magic. I'm gonna get it back on my terms, on my own sweet terms.
Yeah, I'll call Joe Pap.
You do that for me?
Sure.
Tell him I'll do anything, even nudity. If the director is good, I can play the younger woman or a nun.
You can play anything. It's your job.
What's it like to be on Broadway so often?
So often. What are you talking about?
I mean, so often, back to back, each night before a live audience.
It's fucking great.
Larry Oliveira told me he once said he works in movies to support his theater habit.
Do you have a cigarette?
I do.
Let's go smoke it somewhere.
Hey, where do you think you're going? You're an asshole. What are you trying to do, fuck my wife?
Wagner takes a wine bottle and smashes it on the table and it shatters.
There. At last I've done something meaningful tonight.
Wagner tosses himself on the broken pieces, cutting himself as he goes.
RJ, no!
My insight, my generosity, my talent. You took everything from me.
Kevin, help! We need help here!
My wounds mean nothing to you. I am bleeding, and you chase the stars to go with him. Why?
Oh my God. What the hell?
Natalie tends to her husband's bleeding hand. Walken, oddly calm, moves out on deck, lights a cigarette.
This never happened, of course. Not exactly like this, and not in this fashion. But I feel as though it did. It did happen exactly this way. I remember Chris pulling the door to leave, only it was swollen from the sea air, so it got stuck and wouldn't open. He had to pull several times until it opened and he left me.
Walken pulls violently on the door. Finally, it opens and he exits. He holds onto the railing in darkness.
Give me a hand towel, won't you, Kev?
Of course. You'll need more than that tonight.
Kevin exits for the first aid kit, but is still seen to linger.
You're sleeping with him, aren't you? Don't say it's none of my business, because that would be ridiculous. You don't want to answer me? Fine. Nobody wants to answer me. I can live with that. At this moment, I'm free. Hey, you.
What?
Don't envy me so much.
Act 3, Scene 6. Splendor. 30 minutes later, 11:30 p.m. A fog has drifted in. Because of the cloud cover and rain, the party boat is heard more clearly now, offering its laughter and music, gamelan music, then Hall & Oates. And a tiny voice calling, "Mommy, Mommy." As a light appears in the salon, Wood enters in nightgown and stocking feet. She feels her way across the room.
Yes, honey? Mommy's here. Angel? Angel, where are you? Darling? Mommy's right here.
Wood moves to follow the voice of the child. It takes her up to the fly bridge, which illuminates from within. Inside, behind the isinglass shroud, 2 men are having sex. Shocked, Natalie careens down the side of the yacht and onto deck, where a giant crab net suddenly falls from the sky and entangles her. She struggles in the net, and in doing so, careens off the yacht and into the sea. After a moment, Wagner appears from the salon, so intoxicated he can barely walk. His shirt is rumpled, open to the chill. He finds his way back to the rear deck. Walken follows behind, holding a bottle of scotch. He takes a long pull and then tosses the empty into the sea. From inside the yacht, we hear Kevin calling,
Natalie? Natalie?
Bug? I'm sorry, baby. Forgive me. I'm an ass in your class.
Kevin continues calling below deck. His flashlight pierces various places in the vessel.
Natalie, I love you. Don't leave me. It was a mistake. I fucked up.
On deck, Walken mumbles something, reciting a passage from The Tempest.
The dinghy's missing.
Kevin climbs back up to the flybridge and turns on the floodlights and begins scanning the deck and water with the powerful beam. The hot light passes over the yacht and settles directly on the cowering Walken, finally moves to collect his penny winnings from earlier.
Cut that light.
The beacon swings back and suddenly catches a figure standing behind Walken. It's a 5-year-old girl in pigtails and a winter coat, but only for a moment. The girl turns from the light and leaps over the side of the yacht.
Okay. Listen to me. I'm gonna handle this. Listen to me. I'm gonna handle this. From now on, you'll listen to me.
And listen we did. For years to come, RJ handled it, while I lay silent beneath the waves.
Gamlin, end of play. Heyo.
Heyo.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No.
That ending though. That was The Drowning of Natalie Wood by Jonathan Seniceros. I am your host, Sam Sommer, and this is our amazing cast. We had playing Natalie Wood, Lindsay Shiner. Playing Robert Wagner is Alex Packard. Playing Christopher Walken was Mike Mankiewicz. And playing Kevin Delaney was Mathian Lopez-Riendeau. Thank you guys so much. Once again, this is the last week we're doing for the Cleveland Protest Fund. So if you want to donate, the link is in the description. And next week's show is Bacon with a Side of Eggs by Max Coe. And we'll see you there. Once again, thank you to this amazing cast. And
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.